welcome. My name is Taylor Fischer, and this is my Art 502 final for Professor Dickinson's studio section. My site is located at 1112 North 2nd Street in Phoenix, Arizona. I am proposing a kindergarten through 6th grade charter school focused on inquiry-based learning. Inquiry-based learning requires a shift from teachers being the deliverer of information to the designer of a learning experience. The school will be open to all children within the downtown area, along with the surrounding areas, as it is a charter school and will allow for parents to decide whether or not their children should attend a school with this typology. The site is located within the downtown Phoenix core and the West Evans Churchill neighborhood. The site analysis revealed that the site is accessible by many forms of transportation, including buses, driving, light rail, walking, and biking. The site is also surrounded by a mix of residential and commercial buildings. For this reason, I chose to keep the buildings to a 3-story minimum to help it fit in with the surrounding height profile of buildings. My massing studies helped me to determine which way my building would be oriented along with the composition of my building to best suit the site given the solar heat gain that can become an issue in downtown Phoenix and to capitalize on the cross ventilation from the prevailing winds out of the southeast. The site is located next to a large green space, which has helped keep this area lower on the heat vulnerability index, but nonetheless, I still wanted to focus on not creating a heat island. Once my massing studies were complete, I began using my masses and breaking them into my program areas to ensure that I was hitting all of the target requirements for space and that I also had a good flow of circulation for both the north and south sides of the school. Once the program was finished, I moved on to my site plan. The massing studies helped me to decide which way to orient the building, and with the access from East Portland Street and North 2nd Street, it felt like the main entry to the building should be on the southeast corner. The entrance being at the southeast corner provides a central location along with easy access. The staff parking is on the north side of the building along with the playground. The north side um, is shaded throughout the majority of the day in both summer and winter months, given the height of the school itself and the surrounding buildings, which to the north is an apartment complex that is quite a bit taller than the school. The floor plan is organized to place shared amenities such as the gymnasium, the cafeteria, and the library all on the first floor. The floor plan also has a majority of the classrooms on the second and third floors. 2 staircases are centrally located, giving both the north and the south their own circulation routes. The classrooms aim to share walls, allowing for future expansion or combination of orientations throughout the room for inquiry-based learning to grow and flourish, along with streamlining the workflow between students and faculty. Each classroom now roughly serves about 20 students, along with room for activities and labs. The proposed structure is a mass timber frame building with mass plywood panels. This type of structure can be made modular for quick assembly and is lighter than steel, allowing for less concrete and site disruptions. Mass timber is considered a renewable resource and has a smaller carbon footprint than other common structural materials. After doing a climate analysis of the site, I was able to determine which active and passive systems would best fit this building and the program. For the active HVAC system, I selected a chilled beam system with a DOAS or a dedicated outdoor air system. The chilled beam system is beneficial in Phoenix due to the region's low humidity and high sensible heat load. The chilled beam lowers the temperature while the DOAS manages the moisture in the air. Low humidity environments reduce the chance of condensation on the beams. The chilled water piping is also smaller than most ductwork, allowing for a reduced floor cavity space. For this project, my passive systems are permeable concrete, solar shading through roofs, and daylighting using light shelves, which also create a form of solar shading, a green roof to reduce the heat island effect and also keep the roof cool, native dry climate plantings to help with reduced water usage, and natural and passive ventilation through the windows being operable and the prevailing winds from the southeast. Here we can see the passive and active systems working together in this enlarged section, along with the facade of the building. The facade is vertical TNG cedar on the first floor in the south and east sides of the building. And then the rest of the building is a Swiss pearl panel. The Swiss pearl panel allows for installation that is set off from the side with an air gap, allowing for the facade to be ventilated and having a smaller chance of heat penetrating through the siding and into the building. Here we can see the wall buildup along with the roofing details and that reduced floor cavity. My design changed a bit throughout the semester form-wise, and I believe that I found a good balance of spatial use in the floor plans and beneficial fenestrations. I believe throughout the semester, this balance was achieved through better in-depth understanding of how passive and active systems interact and what is needed to allow those systems to thrive and actually become useful within a building system. My main goal for this building was to be made modular enough that it can be expanded upon and changed if need be in the future as schools change based on population needs, community efforts, and typologies that are prevailing within the learning community. Overall, I'm happy with how this project turned out, and I believe that I have achieved the goal of creating a environmentally friendly and thoughtful design that is modular enough to fit the needs of a growing community. These 3D renders were not quite turning out with as much depth as I was hoping. So, based on previous teachings from a technologies course throughout this master's program, I used the use of AI to feed it prompts and use my 3D models to create more interesting and in-depth views of what this school could look like. So here we have some interior renders that were enhanced using very specific prompts and using these 3D renders. I did the same thing with the exterior of the building, and this is my cover photo that has just been given a specific prompt and rendered and enhanced through the use of AI. Thank you so much for watching my presentation.